In this video, I'm going to show you my results from mewing, my exact before and after photo, and how I got the results that I did. Now, before I go into that, I just really quickly wanted to talk about myself, why I created this channel, and kind of my backstory. So really, I was a mouth breather growing up. My face developed into this long, narrow shape. I really didn't know why it became that way, and I was very insecure about it. So I really went on a mission to try and figure out how to improve it and change it. That's when I came across Mike Mew. I came across myofunctional therapy. Now I'm studying to become a myofunctional therapist, and I really have found ways that will help you get results in mewing quickly, which is why I wanted to create this channel, Best Face Forward, because I would walk around and I would see people on the subway and just out and about that would have this face posture, and I realized that this is a problem that is everywhere and nobody knows about it, and people really don't know how to fix it. So I wanted to help people, and I felt obligated to help people that used to be like myself to get results. So here it is, guys, my 7-year transformation from mewing. The before and after, the before obviously on the left and the after obviously being on the right. And now this has occurred between the ages of 16 and 22. I'm now 23. And really this could have occurred a lot quicker had I known what I know now. And had I known how to use stretching and other techniques and how to mew properly in order to get your face shape to improve more quickly. I'm going to point out the 4 main areas of my face that has improved from mewing so you guys can really get an idea of the type of changes that occur. Alright guys, so the first thing I wanted to point out here is the angle of my jaw or mandible. So one of the ways to measure or assess someone's face is to look at the angle of their mandible, which is just that jawbone here. You can see in the photo on the left that the angle is quite a bit larger than the photo on the right. And the reason for this is actually because there is more space in the mouth. And what I mean by that is that there's more space between the tongue and the upper palate. This space allows the jaw to drop downwards and actually gives the appearance that your mandible or your jawbone is sloping down. Now, if you look at anyone with good face structure, here I have a photo of Angelina Jolie, and you can clearly see that it looks like her mandible is almost at a 90-degree angle with her jaw, and that is obviously really good. So that's the first way and the first thing that you can see that really improved in my face. Alright, now the second angle I wanted to show you guys is the SNB angle, which stands for the sagittal position of the mandible. Essentially, this is showing you how much your face has fallen back. So when you have poor tongue posture, your jaw tends to fall back and downwards, versus someone who has good posture has a relatively stacked jaw. So you can see in the photo on the left that it looks like my chin has slanted back, and on the photo of the right, it's more open. Here, if you look at this photo of Angelina Jolie, once again, you can see that her angle is almost perfect, which makes it look like your chin is directly under the base of your nose and directly under your eyes. So this is something that is clearly improved in my face, and this is also a way that you can measure your own or look at somebody else's. The second thing I wanted to point out are the actual size and definition of your jaw muscles. So there are 2 main muscles I wanted to talk about. The first one is your masseter muscle here, which is your jaw muscles, which people associate with a good-looking, prominent jawline. So when you bite down, these muscles activate more and it makes your jaw look more full. When your tongue is pushing up, it causes your jaw muscles to bite down, and that's called an antagonistic muscle. So that's very important because as you improve your tongue posture, your jaw will look more full. The second set of muscles I wanted to talk about are called your suprahyoid muscles, which are the muscles above your hyoid bone here. So they're actually underneath your face there, and that gives you a defined jawline as well. For you guys at home to see how and where those muscles are and how to activate them, I would suggest pushing up your tongue on the roof of your mouth pretty much as hard as you can for a good 5-10 seconds, and you'll really feel those muscles firing. Those are your suprahyoid muscles. So the next thing I wanted to point out is the appearance of my nose size. Now notice I said appearance. The reason for that is because the actual size of my nose obviously has not changed. I mean, mewing and pushing the tongue up against the roof of your mouth doesn't make sense that it'd change your actual nose size. What it does do is it changes the plane of your midface or your maxilla. So for those who don't know, your maxilla is the bone underneath your cheeks and above your upper palate. So when this maxilla gets pushed upwards by your tongue, as your tongue posture improves, the plane of your midface will rise relative to your nose. As you see in the photo on the left here, my midface has fallen back. Essentially what this has done is it has made my nose look bigger relative to my cheeks because my cheeks are less prominent, which I'm going to talk about in a minute. So as I improved my tongue posture, my midface went forwards, and that plane made my nose look smaller relative to my midface. Now, the second thing I want to talk about that made my nose look smaller is the SNB angle I discussed earlier, or your chin being recessed. So, when your chin is further back, as it is in the photo on the left, it makes it look like your nose is sticking out, when in reality, the size of the nose has not changed. It's just the illusion of the chin and forehead being slanted backwards that makes it look like your nose is sticking out more than it actually is. The last thing I wanted to talk about are your cheeks and your eyes. So, your cheeks. Essentially, your cheeks are on top of your maxilla. This skin here is just the skin on top of your maxilla bone and your upper palate. So when your maxilla gets pushed upwards by your tongue, it also pushes your cheeks up. So your cheeks become more prominent and better looking. Now there's a common look in people that are mouth breathers and people that have poor tongue posture that I frequently see. One of the first things that I notice is that it looks like their eyes are sunken in and their cheeks are sunken in. That is because the angle and the plane of your maxilla have fallen down. When this happens, it makes it look like your eyes are sunken in, they are, and it makes it look like your cheeks are sunken in. One other thing that I want to say in terms of your eyes being sunken in and having that tired look is that this also could happen because you are actually tired. One of the main things is mouth breathing. And I used to be a mouth breather, as I've said. When you're mouth breathing, you are not getting as much oxygen into your blood when you're sleeping. It's actually very unhealthy to breathe through your mouth versus your nose. All right, thank you guys for watching this video. I really hope that you got some value out of my transformation. And I will be putting out more content in the future on how I was able to get there and the specific techniques and stretches that will help you to change your posture as quickly as possible. So please subscribe and stay tuned for that content. Before I go, I just wanted to quickly address the question I know I'm going to get, which is just that you were young in the photo on the left and you just grew older, and so your face just grew because, you know, you aged or whatever. Guys, this is not true. Reason being is that your tongue obviously has an effect on your face, and the question is, did my tongue posture improve my face, or was it because of puberty or whatever? I mean, it's pretty obvious that it was because of tongue posture. If you look at things such as my sunken eyes, the position of my nose, these are things that clearly changed because of the position of my maxilla and my tongue and not because of puberty. There are tons of examples of adults that Mike Mew and other orthotropics people have helped and myofunctional therapists have helped that are way past the age of 24, 25, 26, and people even in their 30s, their 40s. And even as people get older, their faces begin to degenerate for the worse. The way I see it is if your face can change for the worse, it can change for the better. Hopefully that clears that question up. Again, guys, thanks for watching. Please subscribe. Out.